All right, let's get to Monday Night Football. Chiefs in Duval taking on the Jags.
Duval.
Look, Duval. I like the Jags here to make this a football game.
Okay.
I think the formula, anytime you play the Chiefs, is to try to keep Mahomes on the sideline.
Sure.
The Jags can run the ball. I don't love, but I like Trevor Lawrence. I don't love, but I like the weapons he has. Their defense, I'm not a firm believer in it, but I think if you play sort of time of possession style football, you have a chance to hang in this game. I'll take the Jags to hang in there, but I'll take Mahomes' magic in the end. The Chiefs are figuring out ways to win games. I'll go 27-24. Mahomes' magic, walk-off, game-winning field goal. But a really good game.
You know, you're taking the Jags with the points now because obviously that's a universal 3.5-point spread.
I think they'll be in
At one point
there.
it was 3, and you might have said, okay, I'll take the Chiefs at a field goal, push protection, all that stuff. But the plus 3.5, it does sort of complicate the issue a little bit. If you're thinking about betting it, you and I are kind of like-minded in that way. But Jaguars, they're 3-1, 2-0 at home. Thing is, like, who have they seen on the other side? Bryce Young, Jake Browning, C.J. Stroud, and a hobbled Brock Purdy. These are the teams that they have faced so far. So Patrick Mahomes with an improving offense. I know Rashee Rice isn't back yet, but Xavier Worthy, what a boon to the offense he was going against the Ravens last week in that decimation of Baltimore, just starting that team's spiral as it's gone so far. So I think that Kansas City is still clearly, despite the 2-2 record, the better team here in this situation, even going on the road to Jacksonville, where, by the way, Trevor Lawrence historically has had issues with that Steve Spagnuolo defense. You mentioned they have the ability to move the chains, Travis Etienne, all that. Thing is, they've faced a lot of bad run defenses. The Chiefs do not have a bad run defense, so I think he might get bottled up just a little bit. I like the Chiefs to win this game. I would take them to cover the number. I don't think it's going to be a particularly high-scoring game. We're looking at a 45.5-point total, down from 47.5 at open.
So I was over. I said 27-24.
I think I might actually look toward the under. Yeah. I mean, barely. Like, maybe we touch 40.
Yeah.
But I would look toward the under. I think the Chiefs end up winning this thing, even if it's by 6-7 points.
Yeah.
6-7 points if my kids were here.
I see what you did
I
there.
think not intentional either. I don't think they get I don't think they spanked the Jaguars, but I don't have faith in the Jaguars late in the game to keep this close. You want to tell me you want to take the Jags first half spread? Okay, I can buy into that. I think by the end,
Mahomes.
Chiefs are the Chiefs.
Okay, Mahomes pulls away late. I could see that. Listen, let me ask you this. You brought up Travis Etienne, but I want to ask about a different Travis and not me, Travis Hunter. This is a kind of game I think he is an X factor because I don't know if they figured out really how to utilize him yet. He looks to me like a wide receiver too for them. Like just focus in on being the second best wide receiver for us and we'll be okay. I don't think I don't know enough. I'm not a Jaguars fan, but it doesn't seem like he's made any impact on defense. This is the kind of game where pick a lane, kid.
Yeah.
Give me something. I would play him everywhere in this game.
It's not up to him, though. That's
well,
up to the coaching
that's what I'm
staff.
saying.
Yeah.
I would play him I'd put him on the field tonight. It would look like Colorado, Travis Hunter tonight. But the thing is, I would need him to make a play at both. This is the kind of game he can be an X factor. Give me a big catch to keep a third down alive or give me a first down, keep a drive alive. Give me an interception or strip or something on defense. He's an X factor tonight.
If it makes you feel better, over the last couple of weeks, at least some of those long gains have been there. He only had one catch, but it was for 21 yards a couple weeks ago against the Texans. Last game, he had a 28-yarder in what was it's sort of sad to say, a career game for him offensively with 42 receiving yards on 3 catches, had a handful of targets. His career high, his very brief career, obviously, his career high in targets came all the way back in week 1, and then it started to go the other way with more of an emphasis on defense. And like you said, I just don't think this coaching staff has decided how to use the kid.
They don't know what they're doing. That's what the hell's going on.